Hey guys, today I've got one of those cheap compressors. I bought it off eBay not long ago. I don't even think this one has a name brand on it, but we're going to unbox it and check it out. I just got tired of having to rebuild my other compressor. It seemed like I'd have to do it every time I got busy, and this way I'll have a backup. I'm actually gonna hook it up to the same cooling system, so I'll actually be running it through both compressors at the same time with only one of them on, and running it through all that metal I'm thinking will help keep it cool. Besides, I've got it running through a heater coil already. And on all the videos about this compressor, or one that looks exactly like it, I haven't seen them running it through any kind of radiator. I've just had it in a 5-gallon bucket. We've got this package, our air hose with the little tampons in there, and a few other things, some water line. I can see right now that this is a different size of water line than what I have, and I'm assuming this is the pump. And it is. On my other one, the pump went out and it fried my rings. I looked over and the water was boiling in the line, and it melted some stuff. Oh, it is a Yong Heng. And this one does not have the automatic shut-off valve. I hear the 220 units do. But just because of the fact that your water pump can fail, I wouldn't leave one of these things alone even if it did have an automatic shut-off, because it's not going to shut off if your temperature gets too high. So we've got our thermometer there, or temperature readout rather, and your on-off switch. This one's got a little air filter on it. My other one doesn't. There's no oil in it. So I'm going to get this thing hooked up and give it a go. So I've got my new tiny compressor all hooked up. I'm going to clean up these hoses later on once I figure out exactly how I want it. But yeah, I just tied it in to the other compressor. So we've got our antifreeze solution running through an old repurposed heater coil that I fixed, and then it'll run through here. This will help cool everything. These two cylinders will help cool everything off also. And I want to take a little bit of time to talk about this compressor. I've had it just over 2 years now. Some of the problems I've had with it: the glycerin leaked out of my gauge here, and it's doing it again, so I'll have to mess around with that. Let's see. Yeah, the pump that came with it burned up, and what it did was it melted this fitting. It used to be like that. Couldn't find these fittings anywhere, so I had to jerry rig it, and I mean, it's still working. I've had to rebuild it, I think 4 times, this high pressure cylinder, and I bet that if I'd changed my oil more often, that I wouldn't have to do that nearly as often. Some of the videos out there say that the rings are oilless. Well, let me tell you, they do get oil on them. And one of the things about it was that I never got a recommendation of what kind of oil to use. So I just put synthetic air compressor oil in it. And at first, I filled it up too much, and it made this huge cloud in this room, and I didn't realize it till I started feeling funny. So that's why I have the fan here. Even with the oil all the way down right here, they say it's supposed to be at the bottom of this little dot. Even with it all the way down there, oil does make it through and blows out somewhere. Okay. Yeah, so we just turned it on like this, the cooling system, and that turns my pump on. You can see I've still got some bubbles coming through. So let's see, it's coming directly out of here, through there, and then through there. Other thing I found out about these is that when I ran out of those tampons that it came with, I just started packing it with cotton. You could use cotton balls or whatever, but I've got this kind of cotton. I just pull off about, I don't know, 14, 16 inches, and then just fold it over in there and take it out and throw it away when it gets nasty. So I haven't tried to fill anything up with this yet. I imagine I might have to fix a couple of leaks and get it all figured out, but more on that later. I also wanted to mention that Michael from Mrod Air was really helpful with me whenever I had problems. He would send me spare parts. He didn't even charge me for a lot of the stuff. So he's been a big help with this other compressor. But now I've got a backup, so it should be good to go for a while, depending on how well that one holds up.